whenever, whenever. Oh my God. There we go. What a fucking weekend we've had, everybody. Glad to be here. Glad to be here with all of you, as always. You know what? Fuck a cold open. We're going to jump right in. This is a We Ain't Right podcast. I am comedian Jerry Rocha. I'm joined by three of my favorite people on the goddamn planet. Please introduce yourselves. Let's do it.
Comedian Eddie Pence.
Comedian, actor, crazy person, Ty Barnett.
Very sad writer, Courtney Subtle.
Are there any other kind?
Are
Is
there
there any
happy writers?
I
There's not a
wouldn't
happy
trust
writer.
a happy writer. I would not
Listen,
trust a happy one.
Our EP Marcos was talking about him being offline and having
Yeah.
a great weekend.
Yeah.
And as your rundown specialist, I have to sift through
Yeah.
all the nightmare news the last 7 days.
Thoughts and
Yeah,
prayers,
that's-
Courtney.
that's
I'm
the thing
telling
with
you,
Courtney.
tots and pears. It's
We
just,
just-
it's brutal. It's brutal, guys.
We
But
clockwork orange, Courtney.
Ugh.
He's just eyes sewn open. He's just got to watch every single bit of this nightmare administration we're under, and then let us know what to talk about every Monday. So, Courtney, thank you for that sacrifice. We really appreciate it. It was, and Courtney and I are a little extra hurt because both of our teams pulled a Jason Garrett special with the Texas Rangers ending their season at a completely definition of mediocre 81-81, and our Dallas Cowboys somehow tied after scoring 40 fucking points. They tied the game. So it was a Jason Garrett 0.500 special for Dallas teams over the weekend. And that wasn't even close to the weirdest and dumbest shit that fucking happened. So, you know what I think we should do?
I truly wish that my sports anxiety was the worst thing. I used to throw remotes.
Yes. Yes.
Like I used to throw them.
Oh,
across
yeah.
the room, and that was
I'd
the
punch,
worst.
I'd punch walls.
Yep.
Exactly. You said, and now I'm like, I miss those days
Yeah.
of just caring about sports and stuff like. Oh my god. Where can they find us? Where can they find us? Where can they find the show?
The We Ain't Right podcast is available where you can find all your fine podcasts. You can also see our gorgeous faces on YouTube, on the We Ain't Right YouTube channel. Subscribe to all of those things. Pretty please. And we're going to do, you know what, Ty? Hate to put you on the spot. We're introducing a new segment to the We Ain't Right podcast, and it's Let Ty Cook. And we're going to let Ty fucking cook because Ty was dropping some fucking gold before we started recording. And Ty, but you had a great point about how, and please re-elaborate, but let me just put the T-ball on the tee for you here, because you were talking about past administrations always felt that at least they cared, and that was really, I can't wait to hear you talk about this. So
This is the first time ever that I've ever felt that the from top to bottom, from the head to the person who hands the pamphlets to the people to read shit, is either stupid, racist, or evil. This is because and think about it. Every previous administration, first of all, there's no perfect administration, and I want people to understand that it's Republican, Democrat. But this is the first time you've ever felt that these people literally are like villains. Like you've never felt like, oh my God, these people at any day now, it will be the end of us. Like this is like Boris and Natasha with Darth Vader slash a hint of Dr. Evil in there. And I don't want to give this idiot too much credit to make him think that's smart, because you don't have any guardrails. This is what we kept telling people before. We were like, the first time, because what people were fucking up is it's like, oh, come on, man, it wasn't that bad the first time he was in. I said, that's because he had guardrails. Yeah. He had people in place that were like, we had generals that were like, nah, man, we ain't letting you do that. We had Republicans that had a shred of fucking decency. They said, nope, we're not letting that happen. You're not fucking with the brand. Same thing, and I brought it up with Nixon. Nixon, as bad as Nixon was, you had Republicans that cared about the brand more than they did him. This is the exact opposite. They care about him more than they care anything to do with Republicans.
Because MAGA is the brand now, so that's why.
MAGA is the brand, and because they know you can easily separate these idiots from their money.
Yeah,
you can easily do it. So my entire point is that this is the first time, and this is why people need to understand this is the most dangerous time in American history, because you don't have people in power that are willing to stop this. Like they literally emboldening this shit. And so
and Ty, there have been past administrations that have sent us to fucking war that haven't been as evil as what we're seeing right now.
Oh, bro, I told people, and I did a video about this a month ago, and the video got taken down. And I see why it got taken down now, because I said he's getting more desperate. By the way, I don't even mention this dude when I do videos. I either call him I don't even mention his name. I just say the guy, and they know who. That's how bad this motherfucker is. All you have to do is just say something fucked up and what you're talking about. But anyway, in the video, I said he's getting more and more desperate. I said the more we talk about the files, the more we do these other things, he's going to do other than that. And then look at what's happened since then. Sent troops to DC, sent troops to Chicago, sent troops to California, Memphis. He sent them to Portland now. You had the thing with Kirk, which was a huge distraction for just a week, and we knew that was that. So he's going to do more and more things to take away from the fact that he is either inept at his job, he's fucking over the American public, and he doesn't want them files released. This is why it's scary for us.
And you know what, Ty? And that was great. And to your point, and Courtney, we were talking about, I forgot her name. I apologize. But we just had somebody win a special election in Arizona, and she's going to be the 218th vote to release the Epstein files. And guess what? They're not going to swear her in. What does that fucking tell you? What was the name, Courtney? Grijalva. She won Congress. Is that correct?
She won a special election. Her dad passed away, and I think the Arizona 7th.
Right.
And then she won by friggin' 20, 30, 40 points.
And she said she would be the 218th vote
to release
what they need to release the Epstein files. And Mike Johnson is now going to let the government shut down, and they're not going to swear in all so they can stop the files from coming out.
See the guy on TikTok who's threatening to release Mike Johnson's Grinder profile unless
Stop.
he does.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wait.
Oh, bro. What? Listen, man. What? But see, this is where Anonymous and all of these people, where you at, man? We need y'all.
Come on, step up.
Release it.
Is that okay? I don't know if this was like an onion joke or it was real. Did you hear that Grindr shut down at Charlie Kirk's memorial in Arizona? Was that real?
It crashed. Grindr crashed in Arizona.
That was real. Just a second, guys. I want to read.
Jesus.
Let me see the rundown. Let Ty cook. Hope and encouragement. Okay, good. So just so that we're all on the same page.
And it's like, man, be gay, live it up, have fun. But why the fuck you being so evil towards gays when you're the one who's fucking them literally?
Just because you hate yourself so much, why do you have to piss? Why do you have to ruin everybody else's life?
That part right there, you hate yourself. So in order, since you can't resolve that inner hatred, you have to project it outwards. It's always a confession with them.
Yes.
Every act. What do you say? Every accusation is a confession.
Yep.
These guys. So and here's the thing, man. And this is where I think people need to understand at the end of the day. I don't care what somebody does in the privacy of their own home. My requirements are 3 things. If it's consensual, you don't hurt kids, you don't hurt animals. Whatever else you do, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Dress, I don't give a fuck. The fact that these people care about other people's lives so much, it's insane to me. That
I'm like trying to stop them and harm them and stunt their way of life. Everything.
All in the
and
name
yet they're
of the
one
Lord.
of them. They're one of them. It's like Mike Johnson would be a far more interesting person if he's like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gay, fuck all this Christian shit.
Dude,
look, I'm a gay.
How many pillows has that guy bitten in his life?
Jesus Christ.
He's torn up a couch or two.
Him and Vance.
Ty,
they have Mike Lindell on speed dial to give him
your earlier point when you were talking about there's no effective Republican leadership that's in opposition that will actually do this. Dude, what about our own leadership? Right? What about Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries?
With their tersely worded letters?
Right. Their tersely worded letters. I mean, we don't even have effective leaders on ours. They're about effective as Sofia Coppola was in Godfather 3 and Daryl Hannah was in Wall Street, right? Completely miscast. Absolutely
Where we're fucking up, and you're absolutely right, Courtney, is and I can't even speak about Hakeem Jeffries and Schumer without wanting to punch something.
I know. I know.
They are such pussies about this. And then even Ted Lieu, outside of the when they did the Jimmy Kimmel thing, and they asked him, one guy confronted him. He said, "Hey man, why did you guys vote to give this dude a memorial?" And he says, "We voted to end political violence." And he had the nerve to get fucking angry at the dude for asking the question. I voted to
bullshit.
political violence. I said, let me get this straight. You think voting to give a hate monger a day of remembrance is going to end political violence?
Never.
It never will happen, because guess what happened a day or two later? They shot up something.
Church got shot up. A MAGA guy shot up a church. And
So it
burned
didn't
it
work.
down.
The fucking vote didn't work.
Yeah.
So
It did work though, Ty. Because
again?
you know what we're not talking about? Epstein files.
Oh no, not on this show. We won't.
Well,
Yeah,
there you go. There you go.
I disagree. I think they're still talking about him. I think,
Well-
but I think these little Charlie Kirk things, like the memorial, that's just a minor distraction. But again, to your point, like we gave a day to Martin Luther King Jr. People are still assassinated. We gave a day. You know what I mean? Abraham Lincoln. It doesn't matter. Like, it's sadly, this country's has a centuries-long history of political violence.
If we could all just move on from the Charlie Kirk thing the way the widow moved on, then I think we'd be a better country.
She's leading by example. Erica Kirk
We need to
is
follow
leading
her
by
example.
We need to give as much of a fuck as she gives.
I'm gonna say it again. I've seen gamers lose their profile, have more emotion than she did.
Dude, Erica Kirk reminded me of that fucking Pink Panther movie when they thought Clouseau was dead and his boss was like laughing at the funeral but pretending he was crying. That's what she reminds me of. Fucking
I
such
don't-
a load of shit.
Can anybody answer this? Because I kept hearing it. I don't even know why no one. What people are saying it, but so none of that dude's relatives were at.
No.
That's fucking crazy.
That's
Parents, siblings, nothing.
That's
Because it
fucking
wasn't a
insane.
memorial. It was a grift. Everybody
Yes,
was
a
making
grift.
money.
It was a
Everybody
She
grift.
was
sold
doing
merch.
nothing.
She sold merch at the fucking funeral. I'm shocked there was not a photo booth with his corpse in it. I'm shocked there wasn't.
Sit for a picture with the corpse.
A
Yeah.
dunk
I'm
tank.
shocked.
Eddie, a dunk tank. They just have
A
his
dunk
corpse
tank. Dunk his
propped
dead
up,
body
and
into a
if you
dunk.
can- If you can nail a bullseye with a baseball, he
I
gets dunked in.
honestly thought the ghost of Hulk Hogan was coming out and they were going to start wrestling any second. Any second. I just thought this was going to be just a cage match. And I told, like I said last week, the coffin match. Why not just go all out with it? But
Oh fuck!
but the thing about it is, it's crazy to me, and we said it on the show before. It's weird that they can see conspiracies in everything that is pointed out about the left, but never in what they do.
Never them, and it's just a mountain of them over there. It's a mountain of conspiracies over there, and it's just oh my god.
But
Yeah.
the shell
I'm
casings
sorry.
with anti-fascist written in Sharpie. That's not
anything. What's
that's
funny?
not anything.
I still can't
You
stop
don't,
thinking
you don't
about.
question that at all.
Come
I
on,
still
man.
can't think about what Ty said about a match. Like, imagine fucking Erica Kirk pulling a honky tonk man. Will somebody find me somebody to wrestle? The Ultimate Warriors. It's like,
Bro,
oh
this-
god, it's the Warrior.
and this is why I say, like, I question their level of intelligence, because I'm like, y'all can't pretend to be so smart about things and then fall for the easy. I mean, they don't even have to try now. These
Dude.
people don't even have to try to fool these idiots. And again, if you want real answers, don't look to us.
Yes.
Don't look to the left. The left is not the one. We're the ones in the street marching with
Yep.
fucking pink pussy hats on. That's us. We're the ones.
But yeah.
We want peace. You guys think, first of all, the fact that you think that we went from we don't want people to have easy access to guns to now all of a sudden we're super trained snipers.
Right.
That should tell you one thing. But did you see with the guy with the church thing? And man, when I tell you, there have been many times where I'm like, I don't know what we did wrong.
Right.
To have the universe fucking with us like this. So with the latest, the Mormon thing, right? And they said the first thing you heard was he was a leftist because he had a Stop Trump sign. He said he had a Stop Trump and Van sign in his yard. And you go look at. Did you hear this? Nobody
No.
It's a
I didn't hear
stop
about
sign.
that.
Okay, no, Eddie, look, Jerry, Courtney, listen.
Fuck.
It literally is in his yard. There's a top is a Trump Vance sign, blue, whatever it is.
Right.
Under that is a literal stop sign. A literal stop sign.
And they thought he was saying.
They said the fact that he had he had a stop Trump sign, so he was a leftist.
Thank God.
Fucking
The fact
insane.
that Ty, here's what's more depressing is that the cult will believe that. Somebody puts that out there. I'll tell you, I had a distant cousin on Facebook that I didn't unfriend him because it's too funny to me. She posted a thing like a week ago that was a complete AI bullshit thing of Bob Dylan crying on stage, and it said Bob Dylan stopped a concert mid-show to dedicate Blowing in the Wind to Charlie Kirk. And I'm like, how fucking stupid are you? This isn't. They did the same thing with Mike Tyson. There's an AI picture of Mike Tyson crying in the ring and saying Tyson in the middle of a fight just stopped to say sorry.
Hold on.
Yeah, wait a minute. There's a very special guy. Like, it's fucking like I'm waiting for someone to say the Notorious B.I.G. stopped a concert and broke down in tears. Kurt Cobain was on stage in fucking London and had to pause the show. And these fucking idiots will fucking believe it. That's how fucking stupid they are.
And this is the part where I say when you dumb down the society, and I had a conversation with a comedian friend of mine, and I don't want to call it an argument, but it was getting intense where I kept trying to say to him, I'm like, we have to stop giving these people the out of they just don't know enough.
Right.
If I can type on my computer right now the composition of a certain element, I can type it right now. I can Google what this is.
Yes.
I can tell you what the temperature is in Australia. I can tell you what restaurants are the best restaurants in China. Meaning I got a ton of fucking information.
Right in our hand.
Right here. But if you tell me, well, they just don't know enough. No. They don't want to know enough.
They don't. That's it. Because they want to believe it. They want to believe that stupid shit. They want to be dumb enough to believe a fucking AI post that the lead singer of In Excess stopped jerking himself off while choking himself to memorialize Charlie Kirk. They want to fucking believe it.
Well,
that's
everyone wants their confirmation bias. It's just That's the fatal flaw of social media. Is we want our confirmation, or the internet in general. Is we want our confirmation bias.
Can't you just handle not getting it? That, you know what I mean? Like, Eddie, I would love it if every Star Wars fan posted a meme saying that The Last Jedi was the greatest Star Wars movie. I'd be in heaven because that's what I agree with. But if they don't, I don't give a fuck. I'll still enjoy it. I don't care. Like, and yes, I still think it is, because just for that scene in Snoke's throne room where fucking Kylo Ren turns a lightsaber on him, kills him, and then Rey grabs it and they team up. I was like, this is the greatest fucking moment in Star Wars. I fucking loved it. I don't care if nobody else likes it. Who gives a shit? I don't need that validated.
I am going to give you a quick little, let's do a little detour about that movie real quick.
I love it.
And Eddie knows this because, and this is the reason why I have this fake one here, this blaster here. Han Solo is my favorite character in the whole Star Wars.
Ever.
There is no character cooler than that. And I will tell you guys this really quick. So when the movie was coming out, The Force Awakens, I was super excited because I see Harrison Ford back in the role. And I'm like, oh, that's dope. He's back, and that's cool. Han Solo. And I'm watching, and I remember I got off a ship, immediately went to the movie theater because I'm like, yep, gotta watch it. And I'm watching the movie, and I'm seeing Harrison Ford punching fucking stormtroopers, bro. I'm like, yo,
we're back.
We're back. He's blasting Chewie's there, and then I'm not even bullshitting you guys, because we all know how movies work, foreshadowing, all this type of shit. And I'm like, he's doing too much.
Yeah, right.
Too much now. Something's happening here. Why are they building him up like this? And I'm not even lying. I'm watching the movie, and I said, I'm Googling on my phone, does Han Solo die? I'm not even lying, bro. I'm like, I phone down like this, does Han Solo die? And it said yes. I go out of the theater, find one of the people working, the ushers, and I say, "Hey, man, is this true? Is this true?" And he's like, "Well, I'm not really. No, that's not. I can handle it, man.
Tell me
if it's true." And he said, "Yeah." And so I did not walk back in the theater until after that scene. So I still have not seen Han Solo.
It's a hard scene to watch.
It's a hard scene to watch. It's a hard
scene to watch.
But that's why I put an extra feather in the hat for The Last Jedi, because I thought they made a really good Star Wars movie without Han Solo. That's fucking impossible, and they did it. Without Han Solo, they made a really good. That's my another defense of Last Jedi. God, this is like. But
see, here's where the difference would be: is if I said Han Solo didn't die because I didn't see it.
Right. I never happened. It never happened.
I didn't see it. I didn't see having like, "Well, Ty, look, here's Harrison Ford telling you he died." I didn't see it. No. And that's my problem with these people is that you can have your opinion on what you think this guy is.
Right.
You can think that this guy is the greatest thing ever. But here are your egg prices. Here are your gas prices. Here's you losing your health care.
Shooting the fuck up. Nope, he's fine. You know, Ty, to your point, they would then see Rise of Skywalker and go, see, Han Solo's still alive.
Right.
That's just a vision he's saying. No. It's I bet he's up there on the Starship Enterprise, and they just beamed him down and they beamed him back up. Like that's what they would say. They would just come up with some horse shit, and it's just it's fucking fascinating. Courtney and I have talked about this. How this dumb motherfucker, and Courtney, you said it best. Can you please elaborate on what Trump could have done when he took office with the economy, but instead he didn't? Go ahead, because you said it best when we first talked about this.
Well, before that, I just want to say I guess I don't have to see this movie anymore because now I know what happens. So I was looking forward to it.
Courtney,
we did spoil it.
Spoilers.
It's a decade ago, Courtney. It's a decade ago.
Don't watch it. Your mind's gonna be blown. They talk in these movies. There's
and it's color, like what you're watching right now.
Color,
crazy.
People talk. You're not going to be prepared for this.
24 frames a second, insane.
Yeah, just stick to Metropolis.
24.
Stick to your Fritz Lang. Stick to your Fritz Lang movies. Stick to your fucking silent films. You're good.
But Metropolis, greatest sci-fi film ever.
There it is.
Anyway,
but Courtney, remember you said.
Yes, I did. Here's what we all know, right? Is that if Trump, just like when he inherited all that money, if he would have just put it in a mutual fund for the S&P 500, he'd literally be worth a legitimate $2-3 billion now. If he would have just gone to play golf and just left the economy alone,
Biden's economy
just left it alone. Inflation was repairing, doing all that, and just left tariffs, everything, just contemplate golf. And, gotten a hand job from Moore, Loomer, and Noble office. He would have just done.
His dick doesn't work. His dick doesn't work.
He doesn't really care. It's just the thought of the thing, right? That's just the thought of the thing.
She could try, but nothing's going to happen.
We would not be in a recession right now. Food prices would be under control.
Well, it's what he did his first term. He just kind of piggybacked Obama's economy. All he did was lift some restrictions on, on corporations. But other than that, he kind of left the economy, whatever Obama had going, he kept it going. And that's why it kept going like this until COVID hit and then it tanked.
Well, that's what I can tell you would have happened. He'd be riding high. His popularity would be a lot higher.
Yeah.
We'd we'd actually be able to eat eggs. And instead of just look at them in the grocery stores, we drove the cart on by. I remember when I used to have eggs, beef was really
do you
good.
think that they're ramping up everything as far as putting National Guard and military in American cities and cracking down on everything and really going taking the fascist playbook and kicking it up to 11 because they know because it's getting to the point where their base is going to find out how bad they're being hurt. And by the time it seems to be a race to the top of that and whoever gets there first.
I have my opinion on that.
So Courtney, answer that and then go into what's going to fucking happen tomorrow. So I think this all ties in, Eddie. I'm happy you brought that up. So go for it.
I think that we give Trump too much credit. I think Russ Vought and the 2025 guys might be encouraged by this stuff, but Trump is terrified of the Epstein files coming out. He was terrified when he was convicted of 35 felonies. He's terrified of all of that, and everything is a distraction from that. Everything is a roadblock to keep that from happening. And, tomorrow we've got the entire military leadership of our country, the SecDef, the POTUS, the VPOTUS, will all be in the same auditorium at the same time. And
has this ever happened?
No, this has never happened. And
No, it's never
today
happened.
I have.
And why do
I've
you think they're
texted-
doing it, Courtney?
Well, I'm thinking.
Okay,
once again,
time
it's
out, Courtney, because Ty, you have a great question. So my fear is it's Night of the Long Knives Part 2.
Right.
That's what this is going to be. And that was when Hitler got rid of anyone who wasn't loyal and just said, fuck it, here we go. What do you think? Do you think it's going to be that? Think it's going to be something different? Because I've heard reports saying it's just going to be a pep rally. What?
It could just be a photo op.
I think Eddie's more. I think he's got it.
It could just be a photo op.
Right.
Because this is 1935 Hitler stuff when he gathered all the commanders together. They didn't know why they were there, and then all of a sudden they're having pledge allegiance to the Fuhrer. I don't think he can go that far, but I think that he can get together. He can give his little speech. The generals will applaud, and then they'll use that in future ads to say, "See, the military's behind what we're doing," when they're not. Absolutely not. I've texted today with a former lieutenant commander in the Navy, a former lieutenant colonel in the Marine Corps, who was. They're both really intelligent guys, right? You don't get that far.
Yeah.
And they're both like, this is the most ludicrous security situation in the history of our country. You don't. There's a reason there's always a man in the cabinet or woman in the cabinet left in the White House when they have the State of the Union, when everybody's there, because they want continuity of leadership. And putting all those people together in one room.
Well, we don't need continuity of this leadership, so maybe it's a good thing.
Well, Courtney, tell the story about old boy in Russia back at the turn of the previous century. Tell that story, because holy shit.
So there was a czar named Paul I. It was late 1700s, early 1800s. He was the czar for 4 years. And he used to love to get his imperial guard up early in the morning during the winter and hold a parade every morning so he could stand there and feel like a glorified, emperor. And they would salute him and do that. And they fucking hated his guts. And then about 4 years into that, some nobles got sick of his shit and literally beat him to death one night. And his imperial guard just stood there.
Stood and watched.
Filed their nails, picked their teeth.
Okay. Hey, guys,
and
no
just let it
march
go
this
down.
morning. Congratulations. We can sleep in and stay warm.
Yeah, we can sleep in
did
now.
it.
And then the result of that is that they got a decent, little bit more decent guy that ended up helping defeat Napoleon. And
the czar was Paul's son, the new czar. Yeah. And he didn't even punish the people that beat his dad to death.
He was like, thank God they got him out of the way, and now I get to be czar, and nobody has to get up in the morning in the winter and go show off for me in a parade.
Yeah. Here's what I'm worried about, and I know Eddie was saying like these, it's a race to the top with these things.
Yeah.
But the downside of people being so goddamn stupid is a lot of people don't want to educate themselves. That's one. But two, they would prefer to react as opposed to be on the offense. So we play a lot of defense in this country, which is insane to me, because I'm like, you can kind of really look at these things that way you don't have to panic. So when you look at it, this is why I tell people they will come for these people's guns. They will. Now they think they won't because they said, no, this is America. First of all, you didn't think that you would ever have a dude tell a television station to take somebody off the air.
Right.
That happened. You didn't think that you had a dude demand a military parade. That happened. You didn't think that you would have a dude co-opt every single fucking branch of the government to work just for him. That's where we are. And so to what you were saying, Eddie, is that once these people realize why they can't afford their groceries, why they don't have freedom of speech, why they don't have health care. And again, here's the only silver lining to this. No one is to blame other than him. And those people. Not us. You can't blame Democrats for a fucking thing that's going on. So I think what's going to happen, and this is what I think they're scared of, is that these people will wake up, realize who fucked them over, and then they will try to comfort them. But by that point, they'll have things stationed to where they can take these people out.
That's the race. It's like who can they take complete control before the idiots figure it out.
Yep.
And they've already floated the idea of taking gun rights away from trans people.
Yeah, that's
already been floated.
And what's
fascinating, that's just the first step.
And that forced
so then you get this. Then you get the Second Amendment bros and the NRA people to go, no, okay, that's acceptable. That's acceptable. And then once that goes, they do the next thing.
The NRA
and the next
back on that. I thought
they probably did, but it's the float. It's a test. It's a trial balloon going up, going.
They're all of it's the litmus test. And that's just like, by the way, just if you guys want percentages, if they say, okay, so let's say this thing of mints here is the population.
I love
and they say, well, we want to take gun rights away from these people here. That's all. That's all we
just
can do.
That's perfect.
Them.
And then eventually I'll be like, we're getting rid of all of this shit.
Yeah.
And so I think people don't think that, and this is the downside. This is one of the really crazy things about racism and people's inability to think critically. 97% of us, I keep using that number, but it's probably a little higher, 97, 98% of us are in the same situation.
Yeah, absolutely.
We live in different areas, but we're in the same situations. We don't have Secret Service. We don't have guaranteed health care. We don't have guaranteed pensions. We don't have per diem to where we can, these fucking government people got a per diem. They can eat.
Yep.
So when I see people get divided up and they say, well, no, Eddie, you're not going to have to worry about the same shit that Ty has to worry about. And Courtney, you're not going to have to worry about the same thing Jerry's going to have to worry about. And when actuality, all four of us have to worry about the same fucking thing.
The exact same problems.
The same. And it's insane to me that these people, like when I just saw a guy, he threatened to shoot up a trans parade because he said the trans people took out Charlie Kirk. And I'm like, here's the fucking supposed suspect right here. This guy.
Yeah, it's fucking unbelievable. And they just, like you said, they feel comfortable believing that bullshit. It makes it easier.
Well, because they're so, like, everyone that I've had an encounter with online, and granted, I don't know how many are bots and how many are real people, but they're so insane and so pumped up that they think their team is. It's literally trying to talk. It's like trying to have an actual factual sports conversation with an Eagles fan after they won the Super Bowl with the Philly special. Like they're so like out of the realm of having a normal conversation because they're just like, well, fucking Philly, we won, we will. Fly bird, go Birds, Eagles. And you can't fucking talk to them like, no, but but they had to run the Philly special. That's a backup quarterback. It's Nick Foles. He's probably not gonna be that good next year. It's just, but as far as they just see the tunnel vision, like we won and we're winning, and that's all they fucking care about.
And now with the tush push, it's like, that's a false start every fucking time, right? And that's all right. We did it. That's our way, bro. Tush push, brotherly shove.
I think that one of the things that is so hard, because what we're talking about is denial and not necessarily ignorance.
Right.
An addict will do anything not to look at themselves. They are addicted to a certain substance, alcohol, drugs, whatever.
Right.
And I think that some of these people are addicted to their tribe. They're addicted to being right. And their denial is so strong because if they do look at it, then their whole worldview will fall apart. And it has to happen before there can be any recovery. And I think that a lot of these MAGA cult people, they're addicted to the schadenfreude. They're addicted to the self-pity. They're addicted to being right all the time. They're addicted to someone
thinking they're right, pretending they're right.
Thinking they're right, pretending they're right. And they're addicted to someone telling them, you are right. They thrive on that. And they don't, as long as they're in that headspace, they don't have to look at themselves as the problem. Yeah. And I think that's a big part of what's going on right now. It's not stupidity necessarily. It's
denial.
But let me ask you that. Let me ask you this then, Courtney, because my issue with this, and you notice all four of us, the common denominator with all four of us is that words matter.
Yeah.
Whether it be us writing a joke or whether you be writing a script, anything. Words are important. So, because we look at the result. Like if you write a scene heading, character A walks into a room, this is what the room looks like. You're writing those words specifically. So when you say these people are in denial, which they are, I agree, at what point do they go to the grocery store and say, well, wait a minute, my guy is in charge of everything, every single thing my guy is in charge of, and I'm still paying more. my guy is in charge of everything and gas is higher. My guy is in charge of everything and I just lost my health care.
Yeah.
My guy is in charge of it. And when does it click for them to be like, okay, this denial is fucking expensive?
This denial is costing me everything.
I'll tell you it's starting, but it's also an example of how big the denial is. You've got farmers in Arkansas, South Dakota, and Iowa who are all like, we're going bankrupt. This tariff thing is not working. They're not to the point just yet in saying it's Trump's fault, right? As a matter of fact, they'll say, yes, I did vote for him. Yes, I do believe in some of his stuff. But they've taken that first step in admitting this policy is fucked and we're getting fucked and we're going to lose our farms. And it's a step-by-step process. And they've begun the process by admitting that these policies are not working. They're killing them. They're destroying them. So I think just that step-by-step process, a little bit every day, and eventually they're going to be, I can't feed my family.
But I
can tell you when they can't feed their family, Tsar Nicholas can tell you about that in Russia, about not being able to feed, right? Oh, actually, he can't. He was murdered because his country was starving.
Well, I mean,
so it comes to a breaking point, dude.
I believe.
And I remember that saying to him, I'm like, dude, listen,
Czar, Nikki,
we got to do something now. We got to get some bread to the people. And,
come on, Dickie.
You got to step back a little bit, let somebody else run it because they're coming for you if you don't. And they came for him, and I barely got out alive.
Well, I mean, it's and we're glad you did, by the way.
Yeah,
we're glad you did. Now, you mentioned it's got to come to a breaking point. My fear is, does it all get reversed once all of us are sleeping in med beds every night, getting every ailment taken away from us? I mean, is that going to happen? Because I think that's one of the most ridiculous things that I think I've ever seen a president or anyone. If a 5-year-old said it, I'd be like, how fucking stupid are you? But here's the president saying,
you can be stupid, but I got my med
look
bed.
At this. Look at this.
I got my gold
platinum level
to the med beds. I'm going to live forever, guys.
Look at you.
Wait. For the people that don't know, because I did not know this until we went over
yes, enlighten us.
Please tell these people.
Trump posted an AI video. He then deleted it, which that's how you know how stupid it is. When even he's like,
probably people came in like, that's the dumbest fucking thing. You got to take that down.
But for him to listen to him is like, wow. Yeah. But so he put out.
For those that don't know what a med bed is, Empire Strikes Back. Luke is in the big tub of water being healed by the bacta tank. That's a med bed.
Right.
Trump says they're real in this AI video narrated by an AI Lara Trump, who I honestly don't know that Lara Trump isn't just a 100% AI construct. Anyway, there was a real chance.
Where the fuck is Boba Fett?
Yeah, Lara Trump might be Max fucking Headroom for all we know. Anyway, it's this Lara Trump narrated video saying that all hospitals need to have med beds in them, and med beds are things you're like it's like an iron lung, except you get a glass door. You go inside, cures everything. Heals everything, every fucking thing, heals it. You're all good. And he's saying that they need to be in every hospital. This motherfucker posted
they need to be in every hospital if I didn't close them.
Right. I need to shut it down.
If I funded healthcare, they'd be in every hospital.
Please. Sure. No, we're going to have med beds. And the thing is that he posted it. And this whole thing of the med beds, the belief is that it comes from alien technology. So that's Trump posted this video
there we go.
of himself saying this stuff.
We lost Ty. Ty's leaving.
There he goes. There he goes.
No, not a DL-44 blaster to the head. Oh, no.
Oh, no. Ty.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. We're going to get.
You don't even know how much I wish this worked.
Oh
my God.
Yeah, that's the president of the United States on his official account.
That replica Han Solo blaster is more real than a fucking med bed. And you're not posting an AI video saying how you just have a laser gun. You have a laser blaster.
My biggest regret in life is not seeing that post, the comments on that post before it got taken down.
Oh, my God, you're right.
Because the followers were probably going, this is great. This is amazing.
Hey, man, you think that Trump's med bed will have gold leaf on it?
Oh, of course it will.
Spray painted gold leaf.
You know what I mean? People probably looked at that post and they said, "See, this is what I voted for."
We know.
That's my man.
Eddie,
Because he also posted this weekend about how proud he was of all the gold leaf in the Oval Office in the
that
White
nasty
House.
Shit.
And
real quick though, Eddie, one of those comments on the med bed was, "Can I finger bang my niece in one of them? Is that possible? Can I finger fuck my little
Does that make her
daughter?
forget? Does that make her forget?
Did I finger bang my niece? Can we do that in the med bed?"
Man, I don't know what's worse, that or the acetaminophen.
Oh God.
Listen, man. Let me tell you. I kid you not. So like I'm watching, and I gotta stop scrolling first thing in the morning because it just fucks my day up. But I'm looking at, like, someone was playing it and they're playing the audio, and I this is my exact reaction. I was just like this.
Yes.
I literally do the phone now. I do the phone now. My wife was like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I'm okay." I just heard the head of the free world have trouble pronouncing acetaminophen. Now, here's the thing: if you're not a pharmacy tech or a pharmacist, you might not know certain names. Right. But you're telling me you're an almost 80-year-old dude in America?
You never heard that before? You never heard that?
And President of the United States.
Okay. Can I add something to this? Real quick. I want to ask you all this. Who advised him? So, because here's what I think led us to med beds, was somebody said, "Look, that Tylenol shit was really fucking stupid." And he's like, "I know. Med beds. I got this. Wait a minute. Yeah, sure. I said Tylenol causes autism. I know how to fix this. Med beds. That's what we're gonna fucking do. Med beds." Now that
why would you need to learn how to say acetaminophen if you're going to have a med bed?
Yeah, if you don't even need acetaminophen.
You don't even need
it
right there. How do you think I got here from 1912?
There it is
in Russia.
Med bed. Courtney just sleeps in a med bed.
Med bed.
The like fact Dracula. He could.
It's like
work.
Dracula.
I'm proof that they work.
It's like Dracula in a fucking tomb of his own soil. Courtney's instead just in a med bed.
The fact he couldn't pronounce acetaminophen shows you how incompetent the people are that work around him.
Yes.
Any other president would have had that phonetically spelled out on the piece of paper he's reading from.
Yep, absolutely. Yes. 10,000%.
That never would have happened with any other administration ever.
That's the bigger point right there, Eddie, is that the people around this goofy motherfucker
are stupid.
Yes.
Yeah. Fucking dumb.
This is what scares me about it,
because
this is worse than the lady that sat on the side when he talked about injecting sunlight, and you can see her face. She was just kind of like,
"Oh my God,
what the fuck?"
Yeah, the lady that would wear the curtain around her neck.
George W. Bush would have found out, because he can't pronounce.
His staff would have known he can't say that word and would have phonetically spelled it out on the paper.
But to go back to what you said about the economy, Courtney, and if he would have just let it go.
Yeah.
This is the part where, like I said, when I say this dude is the perfect storm of shittiness, I want people to understand why this is a problem with this guy. Not Republicans, not MAGA, but this one guy. He's an idiot, narcissist, sociopath, psychopath.
Big time.
So you have somebody, so like you said, in any regular world, somebody could have come to him and said, "Hey man, listen.
Yeah.
You literally ain't got to do a fucking thing, bro."
Right. Right.
All you have to do is just chill, say you did this. They already believe everything you fucking say. Say you did this. But here's where he's his own enemy. Narcissists never want to give people credit for doing something for them. So for him, he's like, I can do it better than that guy. Just like he thought he could do it better than Obama. Just like he did. So for him, he's like, let me tinker with this. And instead of people around him, Eddie, saying, "Hey man, don't. We need to keep this as long as we're going." But a narcissist, a sociopath who lacks empathy, anything like that, he's like, "I don't give a fuck. I'm the smartest person ever. Ever. No one's smarter than me.
I'm gonna Ty.
This motherfucker can't just sit back and do nothing."
Ty, that's a fucking bullseye. And so we talk Star Wars. So the door's open. I'm about to say the nerdiest shit ever said on a political podcast. And I apologize, but I don't. If anyone has ever, this is kind of after our time when it got huge in America. But the animated show Dragon Ball Z. Of course, we have all heard of it, right? Have you seen it, Ty or Eddie?
I know it. I don't know episodes.
So
I know the show.
there's a character named Vegeta who is just 24/7 full of themselves, and there is an enemy that shows up called Cell, and it's this thing that evolves and gets harder and harder to beat. Vegeta has him beat. Vegeta whoops the fuck out of him, and he's like, I got you. And Cell, this character Cell, knows who he's dealing with, and he goes, yeah, but you haven't beat me at my best. Any chance you let me live and let me go train, and then you beat me at my best? And his ego allows it to happen, and then Cell becomes one of the most you know what I mean? It's that he could have just beaten it. But his ego was like, nope, tariffs, nope, this, and now we're all fucked. Now we're all fucked.
This was a game.
No, it's an animated show.
But he was
Japan.
so tired of hearing his first
Anime,
term that was Obama's economy, and then the whole thing about Bidenomics and how good everything was going. He couldn't let it keep going that way. He had to do something to change it.
Yeah. Well, that's why his priorities are completely fucked up. That's why we've got med beds. That's why we've got gold leaf. That's why we've now abandoned, or we.
And 60 Minutes is interviewing a wife beater on Sunday night.
Wait, who's that?
Antifa is now legal,
Dana
guys.
White.
I just want to let you know.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Antifa is now legal.
Antifa is now, that's right.
And I'm worried because I'm a founding member.
Oh, no. Burn that.
Long Beach chapter.
Burn that.
I'm Long Beach chapter,
Hide
babe.
it.
Just to let you know.
The screen needs to
on
go
the list
dark.
now.
The screen needs to go dark.
Yeah,
You're
we
on the
gotta
list,
protect
dude.
Courtney.
So
Protect him right now. I didn't know. Why is 60 Minutes? Jesus, talk about just caving.
Because he owns CBS. That's why.
Yeah. It's unbelievable.
It's now an extension of the administration.
And that's another thing. You just it's like here's what all those media companies, and I'm actually stunned that Disney fought back. I really am, because all those media companies, like CBS, how do they not fucking understand? If you give a bully your lunch money on Monday, he's gonna come ask for it on Tuesday too.
Yes.
He's not done. He's not done once you go, oh, here's my lunch money. I guess that's over. No, he's gonna come every fucking day until you smack him in the fucking mouth.
You never cave to the bully. And
No.
this is why. And then finally Sinclair comes around, because here's the thing rich people care about. And it's weird to me that you have to keep saying this to motherfuckers. Rich people only care about money.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck where they get it from. They only care about money. So as soon as Disney saw they were losing billions in less than a week, they said,
Oops.
hey, man, nope, here you go. Here's Jimmy Kimmel back. But then when Sinclair said, nope, we don't care. We stay racist.
Right.
We're going to stay racist. And then they said, well, how much are we losing? Okay. You can have them back.
Okay. Yeah.
This is the thing that I don't understand about us as average citizens. Same thing happened with Target. Same thing happened with any of these things. You don't give them your money, they listen. Now, as fucked up as that is, that they only listen to you, but it is the power that we have. The power that we have is our dollar, because that's all they want. They don't give a fuck about our well-being. They don't give a fuck about healthcare. No, they want our money. So even if we got to play that game, we have to play that game better than they do. And to see people fold like this is fucking disgusting to me.
And we're seeing it even at, we'll talk about this real quick. I mean, we've seen several comedians bend the knee and go take 9/11 journalist killing blood money to do some fucking Saudi Arabian comedy festival. The Saudi Arabians have now bought completely EA games. I mean, I don't play fucking sports games. I can't ever play Madden again. I'm not gonna fucking.
2K? Is that my 2K?
Yeah, no, 2K is not. That's different. But Madden's EA Sports, and that's it's fucking.
I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be fucked up because I'm like, can I just finish my season first?
Yeah, give me one season.
What is 2K?
I'm almost at the All-Star game basketball.
Yeah.
What is
2K?
I'm trying to run it back. I just got to play
not-
this season. I'm trying to run it back.
I'm sure we'll get fact checked by some video game fans. I believe 2K is the Sony version of the sporting games. So
Sony
MLB
has
The
games?
Show. Yeah,
Yes.
Sony. Yes. Courtney,
I thought
they
it
don't
was a
just make
TV.
I
playing
know they
cards.
came
I
around
know
before
they
your
don't.
time.
I know, Courtney. You think that Nintendo stopped making playing cards? You're not going to believe this, Courtney. Nintendo stopped making playing cards. It's crazy. It's been a
Pong
while.
never had playing cards.
No,
I was just about to bring up Pong. I was just
We
Pong.
didn't have player
Yeah.
profiles to lose.
But it's like, but it's just like, and Courtney though, like, to everybody, I don't know what's more depressing about what's happening with that is that it's happening, or that a lot of gamers are going to be apathetic and go, well, I still want to play so and so.
because they know when they have you at a certain point, then
Yeah.
you have to be willing to be uncomfortable to make change. That it's
Yeah.
really just that simple. I
Yeah.
know it sounds fucking hard, but like the people who came before us, you talking about bus boycotts, all these types of things. These people said, well, we got to make a change in order for us to do this. People who wanted unions, everyone that want every type of community that has ever wanted something to get better for them had to be uncomfortable in order for the things to get better for them. We are so comfortable with everything is right here, man.
Yeah.
I got all of the why you want to give this up, man? I don't want to give this up. And then they'll complain still. Really quick side note.
Ty, I'm sorry to interrupt you, Ty, but you had one of the best TikToks I've ever seen. I mean this. And because I want you to elaborate on this while I have you on this subject, because your TikTok about Stephen A. Smith, I think everyone on the planet needs to hear it. I think everyone on the planet needs to see it, because you, like you said, we need to. This dude let everyone else take that uncomfortable stand you talked about, and now he's spitting in their fucking faces. And
my thing with Stephen A. Smith is, and anybody like that, was for the people that don't know, and if you guys watch this at another time, Stephen A. Smith basically came out and said, in reference to the Jimmy Kimmel thing, he was talking about that piece of shit getting him kicked off the air, and he's like, you guys got to understand, the man is coming, and you got to adjust accordingly. Now,
fucking
if you
insane.
heard that, if you heard, I know, Eddie, I know when I watched it, I'm like, what? And I think in the video I said, is he talking about a president or a fucking Marvel villain? Because what are you doing? Are you talking about Thanos? Because this doesn't make, because remember in Infinity Wars, the Hulk,
Thanos is coming.
Thanos is coming.
He's coming.
And I'm like, you should never be talking that way about somebody that's supposed to represent us. Yeah. So when my point of the video, and I don't think I didn't even mean to get as emotional as I did.
Ty, was fucking great. It was fucking great, man.
Because Jerry, this is just, I'm like, and I want people to understand this. I don't even hate that guy as much as I hate everybody else folding to this guy.
Right.
He's one this is like Biff and everybody just kissing Biff's ass.
Sir.
Like,
yes,
we
sir.
gotta chill with this.
Yeah.
So my point was in the video was like, look, man, the bus boycott wasn't successful because people adjusted. Women suffered what suffrage didn't change because women adjusted. Unionization didn't change because the unions adjusted. Any civil rights, anything, all of those things changed because people did not adjust. They said, we have to be bigger than this. That's how we got here. That's how Stephen A. makes all the guys. He makes $100 million for fucking Disney. You didn't adjust, you selfish son of a bitch.
Nope.
But this is why I say people have to stop listening to certain people who don't have to deal with what we got to deal with.
Yeah.
All four of us have to deal with way more shit than Stephen A. will ever have to deal with.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So to me, when I see this, when I see how people easily have folded to this, that's been the most depressing part of this.
Yes.
Not him. He's an idiot. I'm talking about watching the CBSs, the ABCs, the Disneys, the Sinclairs, the fucking sport. You got a moment of silence for a fucking podcaster?
Racist podcaster? Because those people aren't idiots. The guy that they're bowing down to is an idiot, and that's what makes it maddening. And I'm sorry to have interrupted you, because I know you were going to say something else, Ty. But when you mentioned that Stephen A. thing was fucking
I was going to say quick side note. I know we're going to do locker room talk, which I have no idea what we're going to do.
I got it.
It's going to be fun.
You got it? Okay, cool. So I will say this quick side note. And Courtney, I'm sure you don't know this, but I bet you Eddie and Jerry know this. The game Double Dribble, since we're talking about
fuck yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But you know what I realized was really fucked up about double dribble now is you would have a black person dribbling the ball, and then they would go up for a dunk, and it would be a
Yes.
white guy.
A white
a
person.
white guy. It's always a white guy dunking. Double dribble. It was always a white
I'm
guy.
like, how the fuck did this happen? It's dark. Now it's just the same. It's this guy.
Oh,
but look,
fuck.
as kids, we thought that shit was totally cool.
Absolutely.
Like,
What the fuck? Look at
Cutscene.
this.
White
Look
guy.
at-
Awesome.
Look, man, look at the hops Ted McGinley has. That's what we were thinking.
and these Chuck Taylors. Look at
Yeah.
him dunking in these Chuck Taylors.
Look at the villain from Revenge of the Nerds slamming that shit. Oh, look at that.
Okay. Sorry.
Locker room talk. Gordon.
No, I was just when you were talking about Thanos is coming.
Yeah.
Do you think that that's what they say in a Trump cabinet meeting? As
God.
he's walking into the room.
Oh, jeez, he's coming.
Thanos is coming.
He's coming, Tim.
Do you think that they have to take tranquilizers before he walks in? I was listening to Adam Kinzinger. That I love him. He's very honest.
Yeah.
He's like, Trump smells really bad, and people are saying he's smelling even worse. Can you imagine being trapped in the cabinet meeting?
Well,
with him
because
for
I
3
think
fucking hours?
45% of his body's dead. It's already
Frozen.
rotting. It's already rotting. Yeah.
I
that
mean,
is-
you got to be on drugs.
He's
my-
literally the Dan Aykroyd character from Nothing But Trouble.
yes.
Yes.
It's
Absolutely.
literally what he is.
Absolutely. Okay, so ooh,
It's here's one of the because I'm very smell sensitive. This is why
Yeah.
I'm super smell sensitive,
Yeah.
and I hope this constitutes as locker room talk because it literally has to do with locker
I'm
room.
ready.
Bathroom. But this is why, because people will sometimes say to me like, Ty, you got to be careful when you speak out here, man. You don't want to do anything. I said, let me tell you what keeps me out of prison. Bathrooms.
Yes.
Smells and bathrooms terrify me because I walk into a bathroom and I'm like, God damn, I'm going to have to
Fuck
smell.
yes. Same
every day.
here.
So anything that would make me have to be in a situation to where I had to be somewhere I didn't want to be, nah. So
Ooh.
whenever I think about wilding out, every time I'm like, all I gotta do is step into a bathroom.
Yep.
Nope.
Nope.
Not worth it.
Nope.
Straight and narrow for me.
Not doing that.
That's it.
I can
Not doing
confirm
that.
for you, Ty, having spent a little time, you do not want to go. It is.
Prison bathrooms
It
aren't
is
working.
just,
Yeah.
it is absolutely the worst. And I can imagine that's what Trump smells like.
God.
Absolutely.
So,
It's a friggin' prison jail
so
bathroom,
who do you
county
think-
jail. The worst.
do you
Dude.
think Trump is the number one stinkiest person in that administration?
Oh yeah.
I don't know who. I just know that I quit after that.
board-
I was,
who's the-
I'm done.
who's-
I'm not going back for the bathroom.
Who's the big meathead border guy? The guy that looks
Tom
like
Homan. Can you
that guy.
imagine?
The only
No,
other
I think,
person I can
I think
think is-
Homan would
The
be
only other
Mikey
person I can
worse.
think smells worse is Steve Bannon. It's the only other
Bannon.
person.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Bannon smells
Bannon.
worse.
Literally is
Bannon.
decomposing. as we
Okay.
speak.
He's
He
just-
doesn't
what's
bathe.
He doesn't know. That guy just jerks off and doesn't even clean. You know what I
No.
mean? Like there's just
He just pulls his
jizz-
pants up and goes about his
Yeah.
day. Yeah, he just
He seems like a hotspot guy. He seems like a hotspot guy.
he just puts the sock back on and just keeps going.
What is that? Reverse the sides. Just switch it inside out.
Yeah,
And just
it's
throws it
like-
on. That's it. That's it.
he
But I
comes.
do
He
have a clean
comes.
underwear. I switched the sides. Why do you think it comes in two sides? That's- oh my God! What was that? Was that in Tommy Boy? Tommy Boy
Yeah.
when they're in the elevator and he takes the pine cone and Dan Aykroyd's in it and he's like, went a little bit heavy on the scented pine cone there, did you?
Oh, I would think all three, Trump, Bannon, Homan, have no idea when they shit themselves, right? Just no clue, right? They haven't
The
even
smell
noticed.
doesn't change.
It doesn't affect
No.
them. It doesn't do anything. I think
No. Because
that's fucking
but here's
Steve.
the thing. How do you do that with the world leaders though? Like how do you do that with other world leaders when they come in?
Ooh.
There are videos of world leaders doing this in the Oval Office.
Right.
You know, because
Oh,
he
God
fucking lets
damn.
it.
That's
Yeah,
God
insane,
damn.
bro. That's
people, women
fucking
behind him at a funeral that were just like looking at each other,
God
like,
damn.
"Is this fucking real?"
Like, do you?
Jesus.
What does that smell?
Yeah.
Like I would be fucking with him. Like, what is that?
What is that? What the fuck
You
is
guys don't
that?
smell that?
Yes.
You don't smell that?
Y'all smell that shit? Jesus Christ.
Just walking the who's shit in here?
Who took a dump in this fucking place?
Okay.
Chef
So,
Ty. We,
I'm
we-
sorry.
I
Eddie,
will say this, man. I will say this before we get ready to go. Oh no, Jerry, tell them where to find us and all that stuff. So we,
yes,
you know.
an absolute.
yeah, and
real
let
quick,
Chef wrap it up.
Eddie, I was not ready for Steve Bannon coming into the sock and then putting it back on. Fuck. You know that happens. God damn.
Yeah, you know,
So yes,
Eddie threw that visual out there that's gonna stick with us for no pun
Forever.
intended for at least a week. At least.
yes, yes.
Can we use another word besides
here,
stick?
whenever
Yeah.
Steve Bannon dies, we all need to shoot a wad into his sock for him. All right.
I respect my socks too much, man.
Ugh.
I
Hey,
respect
Chef,
my
you
socks.
got some
All right.
hope and encouragement for us.
So
here?
real quick, we're the We Ain't Right podcast. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe to us. You can find us wherever podcasts can be found. We're also on YouTube. Check out our YouTube and also our individual YouTubes. Follow all of us. We're going to be putting more content up as the show evolves. We want to thank you all for being a part of this. Spread the word. If you enjoy this, if you think you might know someone who would enjoy this, tell them about it. And now for our final piece of hope and encouragement, the one and only Ty Barnett.
I would say this, man, because I did put out a video a couple of days ago, literally said words of encouragement. And I want to thank Courtney for helping me with this because I was feeling very doomsdayish. But I listened to you and I did take heed to what you said. And so I did want to try to make sure I put these words out here to the people. The reason why Kimmel was back on, the reason why Sinclair folded, the reason why Target folded is because we the people have the power. We really do. I know a lot of times we feel like we don't. A lot of shit feels hopeless and helpless because we're told that. We're constantly told you're nothing. But literally our dollars is what made these people billionaires. Our dollars is what made these people able to afford yachts and shit like that. So they make their money off of us. There is no them without us. But that also goes into democracy. If you want this country to still be here, you have to realize we have more in common than we have different. We have more in common as 97, 98% than the 1 to 3%. The 1 to 3% is fucking terrified that we come together and realize they're the ones fucking us over. Not trans people, not black people, not white people, not poor people. It's them. So when we get on the same page as this, that's when we make change. We don't have to adjust to authoritarianism. We don't have to adjust to bullies. We don't have to adjust to bullshit. What we have to adjust is our mindset in saying we are better together than apart. Once we do that, we can fix all of this shit.
Nice.
Hey, fucking men. That was awesome. Thank you all for tuning in. We will be back next week. We'll see you then. Stay safe, everybody. Take care out there. Never give up.
Hey.